I think the number one issue with indie comics isn't even really about indie comics itself, not something that's in it. It's about something that isn't there or it doesn't have. And I think what that is an audience. And when I say that, I mean you got a whole bunch of you got a lot of creators and not that many people who are actually interested in indie comics themselves. I mean, obviously there are some, but when you compare it to other things, I don't know, board games or video games or music or whatever, anything that you get a lot of indies involved in terms of creators, they seem to have pretty big audiences. You can kind of make it pretty big. You can make it big in indies. It is so rare though. Really, most of the time, if you've got, I don't know, anywhere between 500 to 1,000 fans, followers, readers, you're doing really well. So it's like when you want to talk niches, it is a niche within a niche within a niche. Comics, obviously, broader visual storytelling, including manga and everything, huge. Big two, DC and Marvel, pretty big. Indies, man, it's like it's hard out there. If whether you're a fan or whether you are a creator, because if you are a creator, you're fighting tooth and nail. You're clawing everyone else around you for that precious attention of the few people who are actually interested in just reading indie comics. And if you're a fan, then it's like there's so many indie comics out there, and seems like everyone's got one. This guy over here is making one now. And it's like, how do you pick? How do you know? Where do you go to find out what the good ones are? And that's really a big issue. There doesn't seem to be a hub, a place, a person that you can go to really find out about the indies. There are, there's like if we check out YouTube, I typed in indie comics into YouTube. I mean, some people are talking about it, but if you look at the numbers here, a lot of the numbers are kind of small. We've got some 10, and this guy here got 200,000. But he's talking about the Invincibles. He's talking about one of the most popular indie comics of the last couple of decades. You might talk about Spawn if you want to consider. I mean, it really depends on what you consider the indies to be. Some people think all Image Comics are indies. Some people say no, Image is too big to be considered an indie. But either way, the point is, it's not like this niche on YouTube is really setting the world on fire. So it's kind of a really difficult medium to be involved in all around. I'm definitely trying over on my channel. I've been uploading shorts about talking about like what's actually in indie books. Some of them doing okay, others doing not so well. The most views I got on a short for an indie was actually I had to tag it on to the end of a short about the Punisher, and and they're like 17,000 views, which is amazing. That's huge. But I do a lot of streams and stuff, and the thing about you find with people who stream about indie comics, most of the time they're not even talking about comics at all. They're doing entertainment shows. They're talking about pretty much anything other than indie comics. And if that's what you want to do, God bless you, go out and have fun. If that's how you want to get your kicks. But if you want to actually talk about the books, what's in them, the art, all that sort of stuff, it is a real struggle to find a crowd of people who are actually interested in that sort of stuff. I've done over 1,000 streams, I think, based around different indies, mostly crowdfunded, but also just other big popular indie books. But most of my biggest views don't come from comics at all. They come from general pop culture things, and you find that's what a lot of people who are in the indies who are making content are doing: pop culture stuff, entertainment stuff, or blood sports. That's pretty much the gamut of what you're going to find if you try and look onto YouTube and try and find indie comics. There are, there are people who hold out and they're like, no, I'm just going to be talking about indies. God bless them. And their numbers are, as you can imagine, comparatively low. And it's not like there isn't, you know, a wealth of indie comics out there. We've got this site here, which has become my new favorite site. It's called globalcomics.com. That's comics with an X. And I'm loving it. I'm reading more books in the last couple of months since I signed up for this than I ever have, really. Forget what was the old one? Comixology. This is the new deal, and I think it's better. It's more like a kind of a Netflix for comics, but it runs in that same issue that Netflix has, which is what do I read here? Like, there's so much. I mean, do I just read Batman? I know who Batman is, but what if you want to find new indie comics that are amazing that you just don't know about? I mean, they have things you can go to creators, small press. I guess they've got their own algorithm for what's popular. But really, the way I find books is people recommend them to me. I'm on Twitter here. I got my Twitter account here at the Lucent Comic, and I'm posting, oh yeah, I like this. I like Rook Exodus. I just read the Inkle by Horodowski and Mobius. What's this one? Extremity. And then people will see that and they go, oh, you should also read Geiger, or you should read this and that. I'm like, that's great. That's cool. Okay, great. But I'm just one guy with one account, a small channel, small Twitter account. I'm trying to find good books. I want to find the new hot thing. I want to find that diamond in the rough. It's really hard because, like I said, there's no hub for it. And it's not as if people are out there making massive waves, creating big fan channels that just focus entirely on indies. It's tough out there on those streets, but I'm trying. I'm going to try my hardest. I don't know if I'm going to succeed, but I'm going to try to turn my channel into a hub. Look, I've written it here: celebrating indie comics and graphic novels. And I'm going to do my best. Hopefully you guys want to come in, check it out, subscribe. I'm reading a whole bunch of comics, about 3 or 4 a week. I'm doing shorts on them. I'm doing live streams on them. I'm doing videos on them. And yeah, hopefully you want to come check it out. Also, I got my own graphic novel here. This is the Lucent. I'm going to be launching a set of trading cards in the new year. So if you want to know about all that stuff, do sign up to the mailing list over on the lucentcomic.com. I've got books, I got soft covers, I've got hard covers, I've got the most awesome teas in all of indie comics. And I'll put my money on that. You want puzzles? I don't know. Some people want puzzles. I love puzzles. Not everyone does. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. I don't have anything else to say. I'm trying to build that hub that I think is like missing. It's tough out there, like I said. But look, indie comics are awesome. They're amazing. I'm reading so many rad comics over here on Global. But it's hard to find them. It's hard to know. And there aren't that many people talking about them. So hopefully you're interested. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.